The movie kicks off with Earth already in total chaos. Cities are burning, oceans are boiling, and people are running for their lives. The cause? A monstrous alien creature known only as shark. This thing isn't just big, it's like a living apocalypse, tearing through everything in its path. Humanity throws everything it's got at the creature, but nothing works. Just when the world seems doomed, the sky splits open. From the stars, a fleet of giant mech descends, glowing like saviors from another galaxy. These robots crash into the battlefield, swinging metal fists and firing energy blasts at Shark. The fight shakes the planet, and after a brutal showdown, the mechs push the creature back into space. Humanity cheers. For the first time in years, Earth finally breathes again. Then, the story jumps ahead to the year 2075. We meet a young daredevil named Stanford, a thrill-seeker with a need for speed. He's racing his futuristic motorbike through the floating highways, pulling wild stunts like he owns the sky. Right behind him is his best friend, Eva, cheering him on and trying to keep up. The two laugh, race, and enjoy the ride until they finally head back to their home base, Skyore, a massive military fortress floating high above Earth. Skyore is where the world's best pilots train to defend the planet. It's commanded by General Park, a strict, no-nonsense leader who's still haunted by the old war with Shark. From the control center, Park and his crew scan the planet constantly, watching for any sign that Shark might return. Suddenly, one of the officers spots something strange on the radar. Two giant mechs are entering Earth's orbit. These aren't just any robots. They're part of the sacred group that appears only once a year to choose their own pilots. Park orders the global defense shields turned off temporarily so the mechs can safely enter the atmosphere. Everyone at Skyore goes wild when they hear the news. It's pilot selection season, the chance of a lifetime. All the young cadets start prepping for the tests that could make them official mech pilots, or as they call them, Mech Cadets. Meanwhile, poor Stanford is stuck sweeping floors. He's not even allowed to compete because he's just a janitor. It crushes him. He's got the heart and instincts of a real pilot, but no one sees that. His mom, who also works at the base, tells him to take the chance to intern as a mech technician with Eva. But that's not his dream. He doesn't want to fix the robots. He wants to fly one. Later that day, the field outside the base fills with cadets. Everyone's lined up, trembling with excitement. The two mechs land like thunder, shaking the ground beneath their feet. They're massive, alive with energy, scanning the line of hopefuls to choose their next partners. General Park walks in front of the group, telling everyone this is their moment to shine. He gives a little extra encouragement to his daughter, Olivia. It's her last chance before she ages out of the program. You can tell she's desperate to prove herself. Then Stanford does something crazy. He sneaks into the general's office and begs to join the test. Park doesn't even think twice. He rejects him instantly, saying he's not qualified and shouldn't even be there. But Stanford's not the type to just walk away. He convinces Eva to help him sneak in. Together, they break into the gear room, grab a pilot suit, and disguise Stanford as one of the trainees. He blends into the lineup, trying to look calm as the two giant mechs scan the crowd. The moment is intense, all eyes on the robots, the hum of their energy echoing through the air. But just when Stanford thinks he's pulled it off, Olivia spots him. She calls him out in front of everyone. The guards drag him away while the entire crowd stares. General Park is furious. Not only did Stanford break into the test, he also stole military gear. The punishment is brutal. He's fired from his janitor job on the spot. Heartbroken, humiliated, and kicked out, Stanford walks away in silence. The pilot selection continues without him. The cadets go through a brutal round of one-on-one combat trials while the mechs watch, studying how each student fights. At the end of the matches, 3 names stand out: Olivia, Maya, and Frank. Now comes the final part. The mechs themselves choose their pilots. Maya is picked by a massive red mech, while Frank bonds with a lightning blue robot called Thunderwrecker. Olivia is left standing there, unchosen. She forces a smile, but her eyes tell a different story. Her father doesn't say a word. He just turns and walks away. Meanwhile, Stanford rides his bike through the empty wastelands outside the city, lost in frustration. Then, something lights up the sky. A streak of blue fire crashes nearby. Stanford races toward it and finds a glowing, sleek robot unlike anything he's ever seen. Before he can even process what's happening, the ground shakes. Shark is back, bigger, stronger, and angrier than ever. The blue mech tries to fight but gets thrown around like a toy. Stanford runs straight into the danger, trying to help. In that chaotic moment, the robot scans him and forms a connection. Stanford hears a voice inside his mind, asking if he'll fight with it. Without hesitation, he says yes. Instantly, the mech systems come alive, it accepts him as its pilot and reveals its name, Bodhi. Coincidentally, that's the same nickname Stanford's late father used to call him.
And how the robos choose who to bond with. We'll never fully understand how the